So as I said, I'm going to work with this curve. So this one reconnects here. This curve, I need back. Let's look at this one. I'll bring this down. So I've changed the setting on the way the influence between the two generation curves is working. So this helps bump up the volume at the front, but also at the back, which is not good. Because I want to come down here with the volume. Because I want that flick there to work. That's all closed up. I'll leave it at that at the moment. I'll save this up, because that does what I was looking for, and that was mainly to close up that volume. And now we need to close this area back up as well. Let's see what this does. If we get a nice shot of that view, of that area, that would be nice. See here, we've got a long surface, a radius disappearing there. So our assumption of the construction is not that far off. See here, everything is more or less on one plane and closing off. So in this area, everything goes back to being almost one surface running through. You can see this radius going up here and disappearing in that area. So that surface we don't need. This one we don't need either. Could get rid of this here. Or let's say attach a curvature to this surface. So at some point, the radius that we will be having here is going to come to meet this area here, and like this. That's my assumption there. So this, that surface there, well, that curve there, that one, and that surface. That's what we need. So let's drop in here a blend, that area to that area. Let's make this just a patch that helps us out in this area. It's going to be quite a short one. Let's get this in. Save. And now let's run radius here between this, that surface. Make sure you have default turned on here. Edgeline also to default, because sometimes it will just mess up everything. It's one of those things Alias loves doing. Make that extend the beginning point so we know where it ends up. I'll turn on Bezier here. Oh, I turn it off because I want to have just one current surface going through. If you have Bezier turned on the fillet, that means that each piece will generate its own little curved surface. And now what I want to do is turn on variable fillets. Put a controller here at the end, and increase this, trying to hit that width of that blend that I've got there. Since it doesn't want to do it, we'll leave this as is. And I'll turn back on variable fillets. And I'll undo this. Little by little, I'll increase this to see where it takes us. I want to keep that bit there. So I'll detach here and here. These two at the moment, I don't need them. I'll get this back here. This one, get it back there. Align it to the edge. And this one to that edge, also partial. That's one way to do it. Then what I want to do is I want to find a line from that point to that one. And project it onto the surface. In this view. The reason why I'm doing that, I'm trying to hit the tangency there. An easier way to do that is literally turn on degree 2 and then just go ahead and align this tangent to this point there. UV direction, search for that view where it sits on the plane, and then project in the view to that. That's it. Now we don't need this anymore. I'll blend these two together. And I'll just close this up with a square at the moment. Make sure everything is turned on to curvature. And that will need some fine tuning. Definitely will need some fine tuning, but that's okay. We just need to realign this to that. Bring it down to 2 and see. It's already better just because of that mad CV layout it had. Now let's bring this curve back onto that. I'll go from that line to that line. With a blend, freeform blend, and then I'll close this up just like before. and then fine-tuning will be done once I'm happy with everything. I'm not so keen on fine-tuning everything straight away. As you see, here we're dipping down quite a bit. So it might be that we will be readjusting these things. But at the moment it's working, it's closed. I'll hide away those. I'll just leave it as is. I'm not gonna trim it back yet. What I'm doing now, just want to get these back in, intersecting nicely. So I want to do that, laying there, coming back in. So I get this curve onto that intersection line, this over here. I know they're on planes and working well with each other. And there we go. This has come out nicely. Now just adjust this ever so slightly to pull this area even more out. How much? Just a bit. This is what I'm looking for. Now I can take that surface, that one, and that one, and project normal onto that. This line here, and keep only what I want. So that we don't need anymore. We need to keep this. We don't need this area. So now I'm searching for the missing surface there. Must have trimmed it in the wrong way, so it will show up soon. Bear with me. You can find, if you're not finding your surface, you can click here on the green H, go into history view, and you can click on the surface and pick constructors. So that's what's left of that surface because I've trimmed it in an incorrect way. And now we can bring it back and it's all working. So that's done there. This we can adjust to hit that point there, even though we don't really need it to. But what we can do is just build everything nicely back up here. Well, just that one there. Close this up. Nice. Ish. It's nice-ish. The reason why I'm saying that is we don't need that break there anymore, so we could do here a different layout. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We will need to connect to this here, to those points there. So then we'll make sure that we've got a nice layout there. This is the wrong CV layout. This is better. This way, it's a cleaner, more controlled way of looking at these things. So what we're trying to do is here have only that break there. I can adjust this to get the that one there. This is wrong on so many levels. We don't need this. So we can hide it away. We can untrim this. We've got that. We can take the line here, I'll move it there, make it degree 3, align it curvature to that line there. Trim this back. Now I don't really bother about that area because once I'm happy with everything, I will extend that line, deleting the history of that surface, but we'll be able to close all that up nicely. Let's take that curve. And I'll take that endpoint to that point there. I will twist that surface a little bit. So it's hitting the curved surface that I want there. There we go. Now what I will do, I'll close this up this way, from that point to that point, and there. I have a curvature position there. Keep it like that. Just as is. So we've got one surface, well, feeling of one surface sweeping through, coming up to that muscle there. That is closed now. Quick and dirty, but it's closed. So let's have a look at that. It goes there. That one goes there. Let's align this curvature. Let's untrim. So untrimmed this surface. And now I know how big of a blend I'm looking for. Mainly that is the one that I'm looking for. So keeping it pretty simple. Well, there, trimming away, and then I'll close this up at a later stage. So I'll keep that just as a help in construction. Let's hide away everything that we don't need, mainly the curves. Let's hide away the work layer, so keep this visible so we can actually add it to the layer that we want it to. See what this is doing. This goes into the hood curve layer. This one also there. I want to keep it as a reference. I want to trim this one back. I don't want to keep these areas. That's done. We can save that up. I can add a little detail here. we can add some drafts on this area going in, because that will help us trim away the excess here. So first of all, let's project X, these edges onto that surface. So we'll keep only what we need. It's not sticking through. It's done. I'm just rotating the model here because I'm thinking about what I want to do. So that's it. What I'm thinking of here is the following thing. So noticed on these pictures, well, you see here we've got a flat surface, similar to what I've got in the model here. But in this area, we've got a little flick. That means that this surface is going in, some of it stays, so we've got an intersection there, so we've got actually a theory running that way. Which would mean that that line is actually coming down lower there, and then continuing through there. While the other pictures are showing a different topic. This is similar. That's good. And this other one is working also in a very similar fashion, so my bad. This is what I'm on about. This area is, well, interesting to call it that way. So let's go on to the side projection. No, for the wireframe. Let's extend this curve all the way there. Let's make sure that we get that curve sitting where it needs to be. And then in this view, I want to go somewhere in between the X projection and the Y projection of that curve. So I'll go this way. So that curve and surface, I'll just click, instead of X, view. It will take that view that we've just generated. Now we can go ahead and get this down a little bit. Get this down here. It's resembling more to the pictures in that car show. Even though on that car show, what you see is that line coming below that area there. So for the moment, we're sitting fine. So I brought that skin to come all the way through. It's twisting quite a bit, but that's not a problem. As we will be adjusting this to be somewhat different, meaning that we'll use a default option on that and rebuild blend from one side to the other. There we go. We have a clean layout. And for that one we only keep upper area. Bottom area does that twisting theme that we've seen on the pictures on Netcore show. This is slightly hanging, similar to that. So good. So let's work with that. And I will add some really quick grafts onto this with the profile tool. So I'll get a line in X, rotate it down so it's, I will give it that angle of, let's see, 3 legs, so we can take it out of the mold. Same topic here. Also 3 degrees in X. I want to adjust this. So I hit that line as well. So I want to simplify everything quite a bit. Put this back in. That's a nasty layout. I'll rebuild that surface once I'm happy with everything. I'll just go ahead and build this as a clean surface because the skins sometimes tend to do these nice CV layouts. So get that working in like that. Delete this one, and from this one. Stretch this. Let's just keep it as is. Let's bring this to a degree 2. Plus control. This looks way better than that skin. Generations can become degree 2. Let's rebuild rail 1. This has got a nicer layout. There we go. Now let's run this. Let's run these two. This one, this through. Let's run this one through here. And then these other ones, what I'll do them as drafts because I just don't want to lose that much time doing these. So I'll have them just single-sided, running in the X direction. Length-wise, let's go with 50 or 100. And then make sure you've got a proper angle on it. 3, what we were saying. That's okay. And then same topic. Here, down. Make sure you're hitting the same direction. In this case, it's going to be -3. And then here, again, the same topic. Now this, you can untrim. You take these and adjust them a little bit. I want these to intersect, so I can cut those surfaces with them. And intersect these between them. Extend them back. Same one here. Just build them way too big. Delete these current surface. Trim it back. Keep only these ones. This one here. Untrim this. And then we take all these nice drafts. Make sure these ones also intersect. Then take these ones and intersect them nicely with all these. Trim everything back. Check this one here. some reason it doesn't want to trim it back, so we'll extend these back. Unfortunately, this is the way we lose the history on that. That should make it work, and it still doesn't. So let's get rid of this little one. Get this one running through. Send these back. So they meet only at that point. There we go. Now it's working. Keep this like this. This never happened to me before. Normally, if you plate the history on these curved surface intersections, then it's going to work. Let's hide away everything. Into the correct layer. These two we don't need anymore. These go onto front wireframe. Let's get that back in. So we've got a little bit more detail in there. Save those surfaces. All of these can become blue. There's a bit of detailing done there. That's closed. It's better base to work with for later on. Thank you for tuning in, and in the next episode, I'll do the grill here. I'll do this feature in this pocket, and then in the coming episodes after that, we'll be doing the side and the rest of the car. Thank you for tuning in. Stay sharp, learn more, become better, and let's catch you in the next video.